Okay, so I've gotten all the characters to level 30. Well, actually level 29. My ADHD wouldn't let me get to 30, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a big thing leveling them to 30. And then yeah, they nerfed the XP farm, and now it's kind of annoying to get each character to 30. I gotta run every mission. Kind of fuck myself over, but now that I've gotten each character to level 30, I got at least a few days of playtime on each character. I beat the whole entire story with Nis, then I unlocked Wingrave, and then I unlocked Silo. So I have a lot of playtime on all the characters. I've done all the bosses with all the characters, everything I've experienced with each and every character. So I'm coming from a standpoint of experience, not just talking, and can kind of give you an inside look on all of this. I also farmed up Silo and Wingrave. I didn't pay any money. I only spent $20 on the game. I haven't spent a single other cent, and I didn't unlock nothing with any money. Okay, so I farmed these characters up with Nis, and then Wingrave, I farmed Silo with Wingrave. So I want to talk about the characters, give you guys a little tier list. Some people are still haven't started the game, and I know like maybe you're thinking about unlocking your next character. This can also help you out. Or you're thinking about which character is the best right now. They got a lot of stuff going on with the XP farms, and I don't know, maybe you're just trying to make your experience a little easier. So I'm here to help you guys out with that. One of the only people left on YouTube, I feel like, that's really covering this game. So do drop me a like and a subscription. I really do appreciate it, guys. And let's get straight into it. So let's start out with who I think is the best character, and that's Silo. I do believe Silo is the best character in the game right now because of, one, his playstyle is really just kind of passive. He's mainly designed around gunplay. So with Silo, right, you can spec into full guns, and then you have a bunch of CC, like you have your slow, you have your burn, and then the burn and the slow will debuff enemies to where now you can do more damage to them. You also have your taunt, which is super duper good for solo content. Really good, because enemies will attack it. You could just throw bombs on the floor by them, wail on them. You can pretty much do what you want to them once they are attacking your thing. You can also spec into it, give it more break power. Silo is really good. He also has a really easy way to reset one of his cooldowns. All right, so watch when I crit. I just threw my smoke bomb, and watch, you're gonna see it jump up right now. You see how I jumped up there? That's one of his affinity perks. So right here, basic attacks that critically strike a debuff target will reduce your active cooldowns by 20%. And this can only occur every 6 seconds, which is fairly often. 6 seconds goes by really quick in combat. And on Silo, you're pretty much specking into crit. It's always happening. You'll notice on Silo, you have abilities up all of the time. Like, you can just kind of spam abilities on him, and then your guns do a shit ton of damage. Silo, I believe, is the strongest character in the game. His ult does a lot of damage. He just has kind of everything. He doesn't have healing, but with gunplay in this game, you're able to avoid so many boss mechanics that you don't really like have to deal with getting hit very often. And then on top of that, you have your taunt, and even bosses will throw abilities at it. You could stand far away from it, and bosses will be attacking your taunted thing. So I do believe Silo is the best character in the game. His kit is just very well designed. He does a shit ton of damage, super easy to play. His abilities don't feel like they're taking forever to recharge, and he does a shit ton of damage. Super easy to play Silo. I think he's really good. I do think he is the best character of the 3 starting characters. All right, so next let's take a look at Wingrave, and let's put Vanguard on. All right, so now we're on Wingrave. I do believe Wingrave is the second best character of the 3 starting characters. He is very tanky. Obviously, Wingrave is supposed to be a tank. You can spec into tank on him. You can also spec into some damage. I know I have crit on this current build with him. I was testing a couple things out. You can go abilities build on him, but the only thing is, this ability doesn't actually do any real damage. So you can spec into ability for this and for his one, but his cooldown reset comes from finishing your attacks here, and your jumping heavy actually counts as a combo finisher, so it'll reset your cooldowns. Very good, but I think it's a bug that they just haven't fixed yet. But anyway, Wingrave is super good if you're looking for a tank DPS character. He's very tanky. The only thing is, he kind of is forced into melee playstyle due to the fact that he has this shield, and he has to be up close to use this ability and be up close to use this ability. All of his abilities kind of revolve around specking into tank playstyle. You can use like a shotgun on him or whatever kind of weapon you want, but he's really designed for melee combo finishers to heal him. And yeah, he's just really supposed to be used with melee. But like I said, if you really wanted to, you could spec him with a gun. I do believe his kit is very well designed. He's really tanky, does good damage, and he will get you through a lot of content easily and help your team through content. But Silo will kind of just kill everything, and you won't have to deal with a lot of boss mechanics on Silo, and it just kind of makes him a little better than Wingrave. And last but not least, let's talk about Nis. So I did make a video explaining why I think Nis, her kit is not that good. It doesn't really make too much sense, and a lot of people didn't like it. And it's really subjective, right? It's my opinion. If you like Nis, then yeah, play her, man, have fun on her. The only problem you have with Nis is, like I said, gunplay with any character is just so much better than having to be up in front in the boss's face. And with Nis's dashes, you do have iframes in them, but when you come out of the dash, you no longer have an iframe. So let's say you dash and then you run out of a dash and you dash into an ability that's about to hit the floor. Boom, you get hit, you can die. It's just kind of annoying on Nis. She has a lot of iframes. It's just kind of annoying to deal with stuff. Right now there is a bug where you can be dashing in a certain direction and the game might throw your ability off to the right, which will get you killed in a lot of instances. Very annoying stuff, but it will be fixed, and I think that it'll make her a little better. But overall speaking, they would have to either reduce the amount of stuff that pops up on the floor or something to kind of make melee playstyles worth it right now, because the way the guns are working, they're just kind of stomping on melee. And yeah, I think Nis is probably the worst character to start with. She does do good damage, but damage is really all she gives the team. Silo provides CC, he provides a taunt, he provides damage. Wingrave provides tankiness, healing, he provides a taunt, and on top of that, all of that stuff, he also provides damage, invincibility, ultimate. Like, he kind of has everything. Her whole entire kit is literally just damage, and if the boss is doing a big AoE on the floor, you have to stop your damage phase. She kind of just, I don't know, there's times when she can't do damage because it won't allow her to, and in those times Silo will significantly out damage her. Like, he'll just kind of be standing back shooting the boss while the boss is throwing a mechanic down on the floor that he doesn't have to dodge, and she has to dodge every mechanic. So yeah, I do think she's the worst starting character as far as what she provides the team, how well you can get through the story with her. She's very squishy, and she does do a lot of damage. That's what she's designed to do, but Silo just does damage better than her. And on top of doing damage better than her, he does it from range. He can slow enemies, he can taunt enemies, he can burn enemies. Having that burn on enemies all the time is just constant damage ticking off while her abilities go on cooldown, and then you have no way to reset her abilities. Sometimes they'll miss, sometimes you'll dash into an ability, sometimes you'll dash into a monster. She's definitely the worst of the starting characters in my personal opinion. And yeah, hopefully this information helped you guys out a little bit in making a decision on who to play or who to play next maybe. And yeah guys, that's pretty much it. If you guys like this, drop me a like, drop me a sub. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.